Are you ready to supercharge your productivity? Do you even know what that means? Well, you're in the right place, probably. Welcome to Remote Romina. Whether you're battling with procrastination, struggling with focus, or looking to optimize your workflow, I got you. I'm Romina, a creative entrepreneur, and my channel is dedicated to helping creatives like you succeed in the world of business, remote work, and all things creativity. Get ready to supercharge your productivity and achieve your creative goals. Get a notebook for notes and let's get started. Distraction and overstimulation are common challenges that can hinder our productivity as creatives. If you're like me, you know how tough it can be to stay focused in today's world of constant information overload and digital distractions. Growing up with ADD, I've figured out some tricks that I can share with you to help you overcome this challenge and get back in the zone. If I can do it, surely you can too. The key to combating distractions is to identify and minimize them in the work environment. You have to figure out what distractions keep popping up. Document them. Once you know what the problem is, you can almost always find a solution. But of course, you need to know what the problem is. And that's where the whole documenting part comes in. One way to start minimizing distractions is by creating a designated workplace that is solely dedicated to your creative pursuits. This could be a separate room, a corner in your house, or even a cozy table at a cafe or co-working space. The idea is to have a space that signals to your brain, hey, it's time to focus and create. Pro tip, turn off notifications. I know you've heard it 1,000 times, and the reason is because it works. Tell the world to shut up.
I beg your pardon? Shut up.
So you can focus. Trust. You'll be amazed at how much more focused and productive you'll be when you're not constantly interrupted by buzzing phones and pinging messages. Then you can really get into that zone. Another way to minimize distractions is by flat out telling peeps to leave you alone, if this is the problem. So you tell your family, your roommates, or whoever that you are about to enter focus mode and you need X amount of time alone and with zero interruptions. Whatever it is that they want to bother you about can absolutely wait. Don't feel bad about it. Reclaim your time. Make the world shut up.
I beg your pardon?
And find some deep focus sessions throughout your week to get some meaningful work done. Now, let's talk about something many of us struggle with, but maybe are hesitant to speak about it. That is self-doubt and perfectionism. I'm grouping these together because they kind of go hand in hand and have a similar solution. We're often our harshest critics, constantly seeking that elusive state of perfection and feeling unsatisfied with our own work. Guess what? It's time to let that go. Let's start by cultivating some self-compassion. We need to be kinder to ourselves and recognize that creativity is a journey of growth and learning. Let me repeat that. It is a journey. Instead of aiming for flawless perfection, embrace the beauty of imperfection and the process of creation.
We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
Some people love movies from the 80s. Maybe you're one of them. And they've got the cheesy or not so well done practical effects when you compare them to the technology and movie making techniques that we have today. Some people might not like this in the comments, but the Yoda puppet from Star Wars or E.T. from E.T. People love them. They ooze passion and a love for movie making and creative storytelling. It's about using what they had available at that time to tell the best possible story. Think about sharing your passion, period. Not so much perfecting it to be shared. How do we get to the point of reaching this mindset where we can let these limiting beliefs go. You have to take regular breaks and practice self-care. Yup, you heard me right. Rest and recharge, my friends. They're vital for maintaining your creative spark. You gotta give yourself permission to step away from your work every once in a while and recharge your mind and body. If you feel like you don't have the time, then I'm not sorry to tell you. You simply need to make the time. Schedule it into your week or day. This is a must. Engage in activities that inspire you, whether it's going for a walk in nature, indulging in a hobby, or simply practicing mindfulness or picking up meditation. Taking care of yourself is not only important for your overall well-being, but also for sustaining your long-term creativity and productivity. You're not a robot yet. For now, let's practice letting go of that self-doubt, thinking that you're not good enough or that your work isn't perfect. Celebrate progress, enjoy the ride, and be chill, bro. Finding the sweet spot between creativity and productivity can be challenging. We all know that creative exploration is essential for our work. We also need to deliver results within deadlines if we want to see progress and accomplish our goals. How do we strike that balance without feeling overwhelmed, getting burnt out, losing motivation, etc., etc., etc.?
Here's the secret.
Setting clear goals and priorities. It all starts with defining your goals. Take some time to identify what you want to achieve. These are probably really big dreams and goals. The way you start executing on these is by breaking them down into smaller goals. This will help you create actionable tasks you can complete every day that brings you a step closer towards completion. It'll also help you stay focused and organized because you have something to do every day. In doing this, you might find you have a ton of tasks and goals. The next thing to do is prioritize. Ask yourself, what activities will have the most impact on my creative journey? Identify the high-value tasks that align with your objectives and tackle those first. You'll be working on what truly matters and making progress towards your goals. You aren't abandoning goals or tasks here. You're just figuring out what order to work on them. You can do everything, but not all at once. Let's be real for a sec. It's essential to strike a balance between structure and creative freedom. Give yourself permission to explore and experiment, but also create a framework that keeps you on track. Find a rhythm that works for you, whether it's setting aside specific blocks of time for creative exploration or creating a schedule that allows for both focused work and imaginative play. For example, I have specific blocks on my schedule every week for just ideation. That means I set aside time for coming up with new ideas, letting my imagination run wild, and brainstorming. If you want more tips on how you can achieve this balance, then download and check out my step-by-step roadmap, The Creative's Guide to Productivity. There's a link for it in the description of this video. This is an ongoing practice. It takes time to develop a solution that works for you and aligns with your goals. Give yourself that time to allow for trial and error so you can create your own unique recipe for success. Procrastination, the arch nemesis of productivity for creatives. Putting off tasks or projects for various reasons or excuses. It's gotta be perfect. Fear of failing, merely struggling to find that spark of inspiration. Blah, 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 blah. Look, here's how we conquer the productivity killer known as procrastination. One powerful tool we have in our arsenal is time management. I am trying to make it sound as cool as possible, but honestly, what it all comes down to is not having proper time management. Explore different techniques to find what works best for you. Have you heard of Pomodoro? You probably have. It's all about working in focused bursts with short breaks in between, usually with a timer to stay on track. One thing I like to do is sometimes I set a timer just to get me going. I tell myself, all right, just 10 minutes of complete focus. That's it. Usually the 10 minutes float right by and I keep working. I've finally gotten myself into the zone and I'm already doing it. So I just don't stop. Another approach to time management is time blocking. With time blocking, you allocate specific time slots for different activities or tasks throughout the day. By creating a clear schedule and dedicating specific periods to work, have fun, take breaks, etc., then we can eliminate distractions and stay on track. Oh, and let's not forget about the plethora of apps and tools. There are so many apps out there that can help you track and manage your time and tasks effectively. I could probably make a whole separate video just for that. Let me know if you want that in the comments. From task managers to timers, these tools can provide the structure and accountability you might need to overcome procrastination. By the way, if you're enjoying this video so far, please subscribe and you can see more videos just like this every week. Also, share it with your creative friends so you can help them out if they're struggling to get stuff done. Saved the best for last, the dreaded creative block. The ideas aren't flowing. Inspiration is on vacation. One way to solve this is by having a structured routine. We've kind of talked about time blocking and all of that, but I need to reiterate. Having a structured routine can work wonders for overcoming creative block. How does it help, you might ask? Well, let me tell you. A structured routine provides consistent practice. By dedicating regular time to your creative pursuits, you're flexing those creative muscles and keeping them in top shape. It's called building momentum to keep the creative juices flowing. A structured routine creates a supportive environment. When you have a set schedule, you're creating a space where your mind knows it's time to get into creative mode. You're working on that mindset we talked about earlier. It's like a signal to your brain that it's time to go wild with your creativity and get to work. All about signaling that brain. It's there, just gotta use it. A routine helps overcome procrastination. When you have a clear plan for your day, it's harder to make excuses or put off your creative endeavors. With a structured routine, you're giving yourself that gentle nudge to dive into your creative projects instead of succumbing to the temptation of procrastination. With a plan, you don't have any excuses, so you can't come up with blocks. A structured routine fosters discipline and productivity. When you have designated time slots for creative work, breaks, fun, and self-care, you're cultivating a sense of discipline, and that spills over into your creative process. It helps you stay focused and organized and keeps a productive flow going. With a structured schedule, you'll find yourself breaking through creative barriers and you'll lower the chances of running into those blocks again. Thanks for joining me in this video. I hope you found these tips and strategies helpful in boosting your productivity and are now motivated to jump into achieving your creative goals. It's all about taking action and implementing these techniques into your daily routine. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my Remote Romina channel for more valuable content on productivity, remote work, and creative entrepreneurship. If you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, leave them in the comments below or reach out to me personally on Twitter. I'm at Red Romina. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, stay focused, stay inspired, keep creating amazing things. I will see you when I see you. Bye.